Hello everyone, you're watching StudyIQ IAS English. My name is Praveen Mishra, and today we are going to discuss about the topic that is who are PVTGs, that is particularly vulnerable tribal groups, and why Indian government wants to have a separate census for the PVTGs. So a question that has raised too much of an outrage here into the Indian political system. So what's the question here once again? That who are PVTGs and why the government wants to be counted to have a separate census for the PVTGs. Okay, so let's go ahead with the basic definition with the basic understanding. So first thing, how do I define the term that is particularly vulnerable tribal groups? Okay, so as we can see the definition, it is one of the sub-classification within the scheduled tribes categories. Okay, so within scheduled tribes, we have got the particularly vulnerable scheduled tribes. Okay, that means those who are more vulnerable, those who are more backward. Specifically, there are some dimensions or some parameters, like as we can see, those who are still having a stagnant or a declining population, their geographical isolation, or they are still going ahead with some pre-agricultural practices like the hunting and gathering. And yes, for sure, extreme economic backwardness, which leads to obviously the low literacy. So these are the particular parameters or the dimensions through which PVTGs are identified. So low literacy, obviously economic backwardness, pre-agricultural practices, declining or stagnant population, and apart from that, yes, the most important thing is their geographical isolation, right? So through this or through these dimensions, we do identify the particularly vulnerable tribal groups. And now, the history, that is the origin and the evolution of the groups that is known as PVTGs. So, there should be a sub-classification within the scheduled tribes. It was a suggestion given to the government in 1961 by the then UN Debar Committee. So as you can see the name, the Debar Commission. So UN Debar was a member of parliament and under whose chairmanship a particular commission was made during the time period of 1960 and 61, who first recommended identifying more vulnerable tribal communities within the broad ST category to basically target the special measures needed to them. And during the fifth 5-year plan, that is basically 1974 to 1979, 52 particularly vulnerable tribal groups, those who were at that time known as PTGs, particularly tribal groups, basically they were termed as, okay. And later in 2006, some more 23 more categories were added in it. So as of now, in total, spanning across 18 states and one union territory of Andaman, we have got in total 75 PVTGs in India. Remember, guys, in total 75 particularly vulnerable tribal groups, with the states like Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, as well as Arunachal having the highest number of PVTGs. Starting with the name Madhya Pradesh, 13.22 lakhs of the population is having the PVTGs, right? So a big figure, as you can understand, 1.32 million. So it's a quite a big figure. And now it's time for us to go ahead with their special provisions, a special treatment which is guaranteed to them under Article 15, under Article 16, under Article 21, as well as further articles like 342, 46, as well as Article 338 capital A, and yes, 244 clause 1 and 244 clause 2 and 275 clause 1. So we shall be discussing all of them just in next couple of minutes. So why the recent push for separate enumeration? Why? Is there any political mileage, any political motive behind it? So let's go ahead and understand this. So the Ministry of Tribal Affairs, in short we call it as MOTA, asked the Registrar General and Census Commissioner, that is basically the RGI, to enumerate the PVTG households and individuals separately. And what is the reason why this separate enumeration? To capture distinct demographic, cultural and socio-economic features so that the proper actual beneficiaries could be targeted, so that the actual problem could be seen, so that the actual problem could be observed, and as per the problem the solution could be carved out, right? So what is there? To improve targeting of schemes, and such as the most important one is the PM Janman, That is basically Pradhan Mantri Janjati Adivasi Nyay Maha Abhiyan. So this is what the letter which was sent to the RGI, that is Registrar General of India, by the Ministry of Tribal Affairs has cited. That in order to go ahead with the identification of the actual beneficiaries, it becomes important for us. And now let's talk about the constitutional and legal framework of our PVTGs. So as per Article 342, as what you can see, the President of India, in consultation with the Governor of the state, can identify any community as scheduled tribe, or even can also categorize them or subcategorize them through the term that is PVTGs. Then we have got the next one, that is Article 46 under the DPSPs, that talks about the duty of the state to raise the condition, to basically raise the state of our communities like scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, and other backward classes. Further, we have got a specific schedule in our constitution, that is fifth schedule, as well as the sixth schedule, that talks about basically Article 244 clause 1, and the sixth schedule that talks about Article 244 clause 2 and 275 clause 1. Right, so these are basically the constitutional provisions that deals with the what you can say upliftment as well as the safeguards of our scheduled tribes community. Along with that, we have got also the National Commission for Scheduled Tribes, that is termed as Article 338 capital A, that came into the existence through the 89th Constitutional Amendment Act of 2003. Right? So these are the constitutional provisions specifically for our tribal people. Remember, these are the people, those who are most attached to Mother Nature. And these are the people with whom we must learn that how to preserve your ecosystem. Right? And so for that sake only, the government of India has implemented multiple wonderful schemes. And one such schemes, some of those schemes are here. That is the Scheduled Tribes and Other Traditional Forest Dwellers Recognition of Forest Rights Act 2006. In short, we mention it as FRA. That recognizes the individual and community forest rights and contain provisions for habitat rights specifically relevant to the PVTGs. Then we have got the PISA, that is Panchayats Extension to the Scheduled Areas Act, that talks about the establishment of the panchayats, that is the local self-democratic governments, into the scheduled areas, specifically in the Schedule 5 as well as the Schedule 6. So as we can see here, the PISA 1996 extends the local self-government, that is basically the Gram Sabhas, to the scheduled areas and aims to protect the tribal customs and their control over the natural resources. And then yes, we have got the much discussed PM Janman. Janman as in Janjati Adivasi Nyay Mahasabha, the scheme that was launched in the year 2023 with a large corpus of, you can see, roughly 24,104 crore, targeting 11 interventions for PVTGs like health, education, livelihoods, housing, sanitation, habitat rights, etc. Okay, so the scheme basically motivated the MOTA's request for better PVTG recommendation, or basically their implementation schemes, right? So this is where the actual thing stands. And now this will be your judgment as well. What do you think? PVTGs shall be given a separate enumeration, a separate calculation in the Census of India that is upcoming next year. Well, if yes, then why? If no, then why? Let us know into the comment section. And here are some related MCQs from the same topic. So question number 1. So this is, guys, question number 1. Which of the following articles empowers the President of India to specify tribes or tribal communities as the scheduled tribes? So A, B, C, D. So please pause the video, take your proper time, and then provide the answer. This is question number 1. We have got question number 2 as well, right? So I shall label it here. Consider the following characteristics: stagnant or declining population, extremely low literacy rate, pre-agricultural level of technology, and high degree of urbanization. So how many of the above are used as criteria for identification of PVTGs? How many of them, right? Not which of them, how many of them. So 1 only, 2 only, 3 only, or 4, something like that. Right, so this is question number 2, and then we have got question number 3 as well. The recently launched Pradhan Mantri Janjati Nyay Maha Abhiyan, that is PM Janman, primarily targets A, B, C, or D. So we've got 4 options. So guys, this is question number 3. So please do let us know the correct answer into the comment section, and yes, your opinion as well, because it does makes the difference. This is where UPSC tests your knowledge and your representation of any particular government scheme, policy, or action. Do you think PVTGs shall be calculated as a separate category under the scheduled tribes? They shall be given a separate base into the census of India. If yes, then why? If no, and then also why? So guys, this is it with regard to this session. And yes, we have also got our resolution batches upcoming. So if you are an aspirant for the 2026 year of examination, whether in English medium, Hindi medium, or a bilingual, that is English medium, don't worry guys. We have got this resolution plus batch for you. What you will get in this? 1000 plus hours of live classes, access to recorded lectures with 18 sets of printed books sent to you at your doorstep. Alongside, teacher's personal class notes that he or she is using to teach you will be given to you at the end of the session. Furthermore, the prelims test series, mains test series, the interview guidance program, everything under one single subscription. So around 75 plus tests for your prelims, some 15 plus tests for your mains, and multiple mock interviews for your final test, that is your personality test as well. And yes, the beauty of the subscription, your 1:1 mentorship program shall be activated immediately. Immediately means immediately. That means the time you have subscribed. Okay, so the moment you have subscribed here, one personal mentor will be assigned to you with whom you can connect anytime and ask him or her about your academics as well as preparation related doubts. Right, everyone? So just quickly enroll into the resolution batches, guys, as early as possible, because for the examination year 2026, the batches are about to commence from 20th September. And the prices that I need to pay is 26,999 rupees only. Okay, so all of these things under just rupees 27,000. So the word only is a very valid term here, right? But remember, you will get the maximum discount only when you have applied this promo code. What is this? PRV Live. So remember, for 26, for 2027, for 2028. Whether you are an aspirant for 26 examination year, 27 or 28, we have got the resolution plus batches live. And for 27 and 28, the batches are about to commence from 10th of September only. Promo code shall remain the same. So guys, quickly enroll yourself here into the batches and eliminate all the odds that would be coming between you and your success. Right, guys? So see you all from 10th of September in case you are 27 or 28 batch student, and 20th of September onwards in case you are the 26th year of examination student. Right, guys? So thank you so much for watching. And yes, before you leave, please hit the subscribe button of our channel, StudyIQ IAS English. And yes, you can also connect with me for all the class links and PDFs on my Telegram channel that is named as Praveen_StudyIQ. So this is the QR code. You can just scan and connect. And also you can join me on my Instagram, that is Praveen_2107. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. But please hit the subscribe button and never miss an update from the channel. Bye bye. Good day. Take care. Jai Hind. Jai Bharat.